Little guy. A little guy. That's a start though. Always good to start, even if it is a little one. I've got an incredible good day. Boy, he ate that scrounger. Where's that scrounger? God, it's way down his throat. That's a small one right there. Surely we're going to catch something bigger than that before the day's out. He ate that scrounger. I'm talking ate it. That's a small one right there. That'd be a keeper in most fishing tournaments, but we got a beautiful fall day out there. I'm talking about an incredible fall day. And I'll tell you what I'm fishing with here in a minute. You heard me say scrounger. That's exactly what it is. I'm going to try several different baits on it just to kind of show you the versatility of this bait. It got down to 44 degrees last night, 44 degrees. But look at this day we've got today. Holy cow. Incredibly beautiful. Couldn't get much better. The thing that'll make it better is some big bass grabbing all that bait. I think we can catch them on this bait today or not. If not, we'll change it. Try some crankbaits, spinner baits, worms, craws, whatever. Come here, this is a little better one. Yeah, I'm hung up in the trees here. I got trees all around the boat. Come here, baby. Yeah, that's a little bit better fish. That's what I'm talking about. Get out of that tree. Get out of that tree. Oh, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Like I said, get the little ones out of the way. Ha ha ha, that's better right there. Mwah! That's what I'm talking about. That's grown-up sugar right there. Mwah! Come here, baby. This little bait right here is a Lucky Strike Scrounger, and that bait's been around for a long, long time. It's a bait that kind of the pros have kept secret. It got popular down on the Tennessee River, down in Alabama and Tennessee, and they used it a lot out on the ledges. It's like a bladed jig, except instead of a blade, it's got this concrete rubber bill, fits around the head, and it causes that bait to wobble and give it incredible action, incredible action. And I don't have that on there quite straight, but it doesn't matter. Look how it's got teeth marks all over that bait. I've caught about 15 on that. And but you can put any kind of plastic. That's a lucky shad right there, which is a real nice, easy bait to use. A great bait to put on here. I'm going to try several different type baits today and show you quite a few different type baits that you can use on that, and let you take a look at the action. The one thing about it, any type of soft plastic you put on there, it is just a worm, You have tremendous action, and you can fish it a lot of different ways. You can fish it just like you fish a Texas rig worm. Throw it out, wind it in. You can do like Roland Martin does. Roland Martin likes to throw out there, drop it all the way to the bottom, and then just wind it back in slowly. He'll just throw it out there like that, let it fall all the way to the bottom, hits the bottom, then he just starts winding. Winds in slow, and that's the way Roland fishes it all the time. However Roland Martin fishes is something you need to pay attention to. That's Jimmy's tip for the day. Got that one. Bigger bait, bigger bass, boys and girls. Yes, sir. Bigger bait, bigger bass. Chasing the shade, and shade's going to increase as the evening goes on. Oh, God, that guy's mean. Come here, baby. Just a little bit more like it. Oh, golly, yeah, Jimmy. Oh, it's a 5-pounder. Ah. Woo! Look, I want you to look at the size of that fish. And here's something else I want you to look at. See how small his mouth is? Look how small his fish's mouth is. This is one of those fish that's going to grow up and be a giant. I'm talking about a giant. This fish is going to grow up and be, look at the belly on that booger, will you? This fish is going to grow up and be like a 10-pounder or more. Look at that. My gosh. The belly on that girl. Big bait, big bass. Now you see how big that is. Now you see now, this is, I tore just a little bit about that there. That's one of the things about if you'll have a little spot of glue on there, when you slide that up there and see it's ripped that out of there. Now that's still usable right there. In fact, a big bait like that, even when that front part of it tears up, I can actually bite it off and use the bottom part of it. There he is. Boy, he grabbed a thing, got around that bush. I thought it was a great big one. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I thought it was a giant there for a second. Scared me. Good fish, though. The shade and the bigger bait. The bigger bait. Oh, nice fish. Nice fish. This scrounger comes in a lot of different sizes. It goes clear down to an 1/8 or a 1/16 ounce, and it's a great bait for small fish, panfish, as well as all the way up to saltwater fish. Really, that is really hooked. He's actually hooked twice. He's hooked there. I'll get that back around and get that bait out of his mouth. I'll tell you what I'm going to do too. Typical fisherman deal here. I'm going to change to a white. I think I've got some of these creature baits in a white. Yeah, nice fish right there. I think I've got some of these in a white. There he is. Got down deeper on him. Pretty nice fish. Yeah, nice fish. Got out of that shade and got around the flats and some creek channels trying to find a big one. Hit a long lull where we couldn't even get a bite. Nice one there. Oh my gosh, look how deep he's got that scrounger. Look how deep he's got that scrounger. Way down in his throat. I mean, way down there. Hooked right in the top of the mouth though. That's good. Hooked right in the top of the mouth. Even though he got that bait completely in his mouth. There are so many different ways you can fish this bait. You know, it's a lot like a spinnerbait. You know, the spinnerbait, you can fish it anywhere from inches of water to 50, 60 feet of water. You can fish it right on top, fish it anywhere in between the top and the bottom. One of my buddies, John Dixon, been gone a long time, one of the greatest fishermen here in the state of Oklahoma. He always said that he simply fished a spinnerbait. He simply fished a spinnerbait 5 foot deep because most of the fish were in 10 foot of water or less. So he thought he kept that spinnerbait at 5 foot deep. All of them from down deep could come up and get it. All of them from 5 foot down would go down and get it. Now the truth is they won't go down and get that bait very often. They mostly come up. So he was catching most of the fish that was between 5 and 10 foot was what he was catching on his spinnerbait. I'm really milking that thing, trying to fish it really careful and slow, trying to get a big bite or two on it. Caught a lot of fish today, but a lot of small ones. I mean, a lot of real small ones, in fact. We caught some good ones too. Two of the most important things in offshore fishing is points and creek channels. Remember that, creek channels and points. So when you're running your boat, when you're idling around, when you're running wide open, whatever, when you're looking at a topo map, pay attention to creek channels and points. And if you can find a place where a creek channel goes around the point, the sharper the bend it makes, a 90-degree bend, a grin that's 180, where it goes around a point and then comes back and goes the other direction, even better. The sharper the bend, the better it is. We're sitting on a point right now that comes out here, and it's a great one. But look for those places where you have a point. Hey, come on, I'll be down. That was a 10-pounder. That was a 10-pounder. Anywhere, anytime where you can find a place where you could throw in the creek channel, bring it up to the point, throw on the point, bring it out in the creek channel. Try both ways to do it. Both of them are good. You can come up it or you can go down it. Either way. You find a place where a creek channel goes around, the sharper the bend, the better. You're going to find fish, and you might find a big bunch of fish. I think I got a bunch of fish found right here. Oh, that wasn't a bite. I thought it was a bite. Guys and girls, fish lucky. And remember, I sure do love you.